So this Uzaki-chan situation has definitely spiraled out of control. What am I talking about? So Uzaki-chan from the popular series Uzaki Wants to Hang Out has been under scrutiny from those special people over on Twitter, where this controversy broke out and it spread on YouTube, it spread on different social media, and it's a lot of people that are trying to levy arguments against fans and enjoyers of Uzaki-chan and her show, her series, the manga, that you might be a particular type of enthusiast if you like this character. Now, I'm going to go ahead and touch on these different issues because I see a lot of people who are definitely trying to argue against this, but they never point out what's really at hand, what's really going on, what these concerned trollers are really fixated on in their arguments against Uzaki-chan, which I intend to touch on all that in today's video. So go ahead and hit it with subscribe, click that notification bell, all that good stuff, and I'll jump right into it. I mean, it's been a while since we've done an anime discussion, and I think it's about high time, especially with something like this. So Uzaki-chan has been stated multiple times in the series to be a 19-year-old woman of Japanese or Orient descent. Now, a lot of people try to touch on the height of the character as if height equivocates to age or maturity in any way. I mean, you can look to a lot of your parents, a lot of your female parents, and they're short. You can look to different family members. You can look to different races of women who are natively short. I mean, Filipino women are short. Asian women are short. So this whole psychology of every woman must be an Amazon so I can assure myself that they're not a child is a false argument, and it's something that I have to touch on, a bigger issue at hand that's stemming from the height argument, but we'll get on that. Now, you look at the character overall, you have a youthful, well-endowed female character that has the attention of the internet, and of course you have to have those special people come in and argue against her because of different inward issues that they are dealing with. That's what's really going on here. This is merely a group of people on Twitter, on the internet, on YouTube that are threatened by Uzaki-chan because they view her as sensual competition. They look at this character as everything they are not. People who are insecure about their height, they look at the character, oh, they're not super tall and lanky like I am, well, I'm gonna try to make their height an issue. The character is fit and in shape and very voluptuous, and there go the artists right there trying to do redraws and put out an image of the character with extra LBs. I mean, I don't know why they feel the need to necessitate a redraw of a character that's perfectly fine as is, as the creator intended them, as if to put forth a certain, virtue signal. You got people who have tried to do redraws of the character as a middle-aged person, when the character is a college-age female character, 19 years of age. I mean, I can see if Uzaki-chan was like 15, 16, and they decided to do a redraw of the character as a 20-year-old woman or a 25-year-old woman or something like that. But I find it odd they find the need to do a redraw of a character that's already of legal consenting age. That's just weird to me. And I also find it weird that they never find the need or the necessity to do redraws of male characters. I mean, we got all these super muscular male characters and we're not bothered by them, but we never see them get upset and try to redraw these characters as overweight or, as older or less attractive or anything like that. Isn't that magical how it only applies to one particular type of person? And again, let's talk about the height, because it's obvious that the creators of the show wanted to depict a female that is the average height for someone of their culture and background. People from that region, of that race, of that culture, especially females, are not Amazons. They're not tall. Quit trying to enforce your social norms on other cultures. It's clear At first glance, if you were to show me this character and if I didn't know anything about it, I know that this is an adult female. Unless you want to be really disingenuous, you can look at this character at a glance and tell that this is a depiction of an adult. And I want to stress something. Height does not equal age or maturity. There's a lot of people that are in high school, middle school. Hell, back in the day when I was in middle school or high school, you could look at certain people and they were really tall. Some of them were taller than the teachers, but they were like 14 or 15 years old, and those people played on a basketball team. So using those kind of parameters to reassure yourself that this character is of age is really false. And it's just used as an attacking mechanism against something that you find insecurities from. This is a character, Uzaki-chan, who is the pinnacle of female attractiveness. So there was not really a doubt in my mind that it was going to eventually come down to people trying to find ways to attack the fans of this character, because this character is practically taken over the world at this point. They are pop culture icon status right now, and it can only go up from here. So just remember that these redraws are really about people threatened because they view her as sensual competition. These fat redraws, these attempts to tone down attractiveness, it's just an attempt to cover up for their own insecurities. The whole thing about the height is really a cultural issue at best. But if you have a problem with Uzaki-chan, it really says more about you when you try to virtue signal, when you try to force people to feel a particular way about a character. Because what this is, at best, is people, a particular group of people, trying to control what a group of males enjoy and perceive as attractive online. And that's all it's ever going to boil down to in situations like these.